Last week we went over how in my business we use Velcro ties to secure and store any smaller or lighter cables that carry video, audio, data, that kind of thing. But for AC cables, which are a little bit heavier, we tend to use Sash cord to secure and tie those up at the end of the day. Today in this video, I'm going to tell you how I like to do it and why. If you want to get some ideas for your electrical cables at home, stay tuned till the end. For now, let's get going. So Sash cord comes in white and black, and it's typically a cotton and synthetic blend rope. It comes in a number of different lengths. It comes in a number of different widths. It has a polished, smooth finish. It's very lightweight. It has good resistance to sunlight. It's fairly strong, and it has excellent knot tying characteristics. In general, it's just a good general purpose rope. It's called Sash cord because it was originally purposed for windows. You can buy it in a 100-foot hank. You can get it on a 500-foot spool. Whatever length of sash you end up buying. For this purpose, I typically use a number 5 sash, which is 4 millimeters in diameter or 5/32 of an inch thick. The process I use is pretty simple. I take the male end of the cable, the male end because that's the end that goes into the receptacle. I want to have the sash tie on this end because I don't want to have the tie out at the business end of the cable, the female end of the cable that typically would be plugged into the monitor on set or a light on set. Those are things that need to move around, and if there's a tie on that end of the cable, it can get in the way. So typically I put the tie on the male end of the cable. And to do that, I take about 3 feet of sash cord. I fold it in half. I take the U-shaped end. I pass it under the cable. I take the 2 free ends. I wrap them over top. I put them through the hole that forms there, and I pull it tight. Now that'll hold. That'll stay for quite a while, actually. You'd be surprised. But I typically add a shoelace knot on top, a little half hitch, just to make sure it doesn't fall off the cable. And doing that, they stay in place even longer. Can it fall off? Eventually, yeah, but if you see it loose, you just tighten it up and keep going. Then when you're ready to put the cable away, you wrap the sash around the cable, tie it up just like a shoelace, put it back on the truck. Easy as pie. So there's a couple of reasons we don't use Velcro for this purpose. I don't like it as a solution because AC cables on a film or television set typically get pretty dirty. Studios are not always the cleanest places. They also get laid out of doors. Even if you're shooting indoors, oftentimes the lights are outside a window. AC cables get plenty dirty. And if there were a Velcro tie on the end, once that Velcro tie got dirty, the soft side of the Velcro tie wouldn't work very well anymore. And you're just gonna have to end up either washing or replacing the tie, and it gets to be a bit of a cumbersome task. So Sash works a little bit better. It's also really cheap if you need to replace it. And in a pinch, if you need to tie something up, go back to the truck, grab a cable you're not using, pull the sash cord tie off of it. You got yourself a small 3-foot piece of rope. Comes in handy every now and again. So as I say, that's how we tie up AC cables on my truck. No reason you can't do that for your electrical extension cords as well. Nothing like having your cables all organized. They're easier to use, they'll last longer, and they'll be safer too. So I hope that helped you out. If it did, please feel free to like or subscribe. Liking and subscribing can really help a channel, and if you could do that for this channel, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, take care, stay safe, have fun with your DIY projects, and I'll see you next Saturday.